Big play on Saturday. Talk about that.
Thank you. I would say like it was a great call by Coach V and Coach Hall upstairs. We was first initially looking to send a lot of pressure just to get them off the field, early downs. But throughout that play, I knew like I had to do my job, So knowing that I wasn't gonna be the first guy to make the play and stuff like that, I knew like I had help from my guy Payne Bourne, and shout out to Payne Bourne for actually help him wrap him up and give me an opportunity. Because if I would have went inside, then he would have went up the field and the band would have cued, and that would have been ugly. That would have been ugly. But yeah, like I said, like just doing my job, like staying outside, like that was my only job during that run support that whole time. So it just helped me make a play. And like Coach Valai, he's been on next about like getting the ball out. He called it pepping the rock. So it'd be like pepping the rock, pepping the rock, pepping the rock. So like in my mind, I was like, oh, like I'm the second guy to the ball. Let me get the ball. Like I want the ball. So I mean, like it was that was my first ever like strip, fumble, forced recovery ever. So like it was great. It was actually exciting. I had to like realize it for about like a couple of days. It was fun.
You guys get tired of that during practice? Like, come on, coach, we're trying.
Nah, I'd say nah. Honestly, like once you keep hearing it over and over again, it's kind of like just becomes like a habit. So it's like now you actually going for the ball consciously, like, and you don't even think about it no more. So it's like now like at first, like it'd be like, why is he saying that? But like we also know why they're saying that. Like it creates a lot of turnovers, and it also like it kills momentum from like other people. So I say like I appreciate for the fact that they was like emphasizing like make sure we get the ball out, making sure like we creating turnovers and creating defensive points for us.
That reinforces what you did. Reinforces the coach's message.
Yeah, like
everybody needs to do this now because he did it.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say like just because I did it, like that's just our standard. Like that's just what we do on defense. Like we ball players. Like so like anytime we have a chance, like even like when the ball's in the air, they throw the ball. We actually going for the ball. Like we learn how to, like we emphasize every day, like making sure like we playing for the ball, like making sure we in dominant positions and stuff like that. So I say just playing for the ball and like being dominant. That's what we emphasize every day. So like it works out.
Sort of along those lines, in a more overarching way, was Saturday a validation of some of the improvements that you feel like this defense has made since the end of last year?
Most definitely. Like I definitely say that because I mean like, I say last year, I say it took it took longer to like click. But like now like even just going through practice, like we all just clicking, we all do this. Like yeah, we may mess up and stuff like that here and there, but like we understand it. Like we understand why we got to do this, or we understand why we got to do this. It's not like a 5-minute conversation like that makes sense about like why is this. It's like all right, cool. Like we got to do this because of this, and all right, let's get it fixed, and then we just go on to the next play.
Just easier to react.
Yeah, like it's easier. Yeah, so like now when you see a lot of guys playing faster, it's like. We done did this about like 1,000 times, so but it's good though. It's definitely a big improvement. Proud of my guys.
What about for you personally? Are you feeling more comfortable in this system?
I say yeah, like, cause I mean like this is my second year. This is my second year in the system as well. But I mean it wasn't as hard. But it's like now that I'm like second year in the system, like now it's just playing fast at this point, So I say like yeah. So definitely.
What does that mean to get the shutout like that for you guys?
That was huge, honestly. Like, that was huge. I've never, like, in my life have ever, like, just 72 points or 73 points and just 0 points at all. I feel like that was a huge, like, I was excited, honestly. I wouldn't, like, yeah, like, shout out to offense, of course. Like, shout out to offense, like, for even putting up them tremendous amount of points. Like, that was 72 points is wild. Like, come on, fellas. Like, that's wild. But, like, that, just defense, like, that shutout, that showed me, like, okay, like, this is a different story. This is about to be a different story for us.
What do you think of your cornerback room right now? Just seems like you guys have a lot of depth, a lot of young guys.
Yeah, we'll say we got a lot of guys. We got a lot of scrappy guys. We got a lot of hungry guys. And, we got a couple people coming back like myself, Gentry, and we got Woody as the oldest guy, but top guy as well. So I say like, yeah, we got a lot of scrappy guys. We got a lot of hungry guys, athletic guys too. So it's like it don't matter who you put out there, who you choose to put out there. If you want somebody that's strong and to go dominate the edge, we got it. We got people that can cover and run all day long with all the speedy receivers. We got everything in the book. So it's like now we just taking incremental steps this day by day. So then when we come a complete like circle, can't nobody mess with us.
What step you guys take forward this week?
Can you ask that question again?
Yeah, what step you guys want to take forward this week?
I just say like, just keeping the same like mentality, like, you know, staying hungry. Like Coach V said that even like after practice, like our goal or our challenge is gonna be like how hungry and how humble we're gonna stay as long as the season go on. So like, and we take 1 week and we take our first game as our best game or our biggest game of the year. So like I just say like going out this week, just staying hungry. You know, like even though honestly I think SMU is a great team, but like of course like politically people think that plus SMU versus OU and stuff like that. But like I feel like we don't take nobody no higher, no lower. Like we all keep the same standard. So I just say like just keeping the standard, staying hungry and staying humble about everything, regardless of who we play.
Is it easier to stay hungry and humble after the year that you guys had last year to carry that through a whole season?
I say it gave us like an edge. I would say that. Like I wouldn't say like it's a lot easier. Like throughout summer camp and stuff like that, that's what we emphasize because like it's a reminder of like to what we don't want to go back to. So I say like it's a plus, but I would say it's still hard. Like football, like the process of this, I wouldn't even say football, but the process of this is still hard. So I would say yeah, it just brings a chip on our shoulder.
Woody's a 3-year returning starter. What was it like competing for time at that other this August? At that other cornerback spot with those guys?
Honestly, it was fun. Like, just not even like, cause like, we don't. I wouldn't say like competing, but yes, we do compete versus each other every day. But like, just getting better. Honestly, like that was fun to me. Like, cause Woody has got tremendously like better. Like, and I mean, like you seen the game versus he went. I don't know how many targets he had, probably like 5 and no balls caught. So like. Just seeing that, and I was like, just seeing that throughout the process of camp, I was like, yeah. It made me want to step my game up as well. Like, I was taking tips and stuff, and I still am to this day. Like, even though I may be, like, considered a vet now because I've been in the system, but I still take notes from Woody. Like, Woody's a great player, great guy, and, like, he also can, like, coach like a coach as well to break it down to the point where, like, people understand it. So, like, I say, like, that's great, you know? Like, it was fun competing. It was fun, like, just competing for the starting job.
Did Josiah surprise a lot of guys? How little he was, how young he is, and he just steps up in there?
Like, I would say, like, how coachable he was. Like, that took his game to, like, another notch. Like, being coachable, like, at any school, like, that's going to always be, like, your biggest key. So, like, just seeing how coachable he was, like, seeing how aggressive he was for his size as well, too. Yeah. So, it's like, now, not only knowing that he's coachable and he can make adjustments, like, he's also physical. So, I feel like, honestly, it wasn't a shocker to me because I knew him. But I say, like, it's going to be a shocker to the world, for sure.
Gentry's another guy that's in his second year in the system. Just what's it been like watching his growth over the year, the 2 years now?
No, that was probably like the most tremendous. Gentry came in here like all tight, you know, stuff like that, and Block and like merch for that. He was like a very, I wouldn't say like he wasn't robotic, but like I feel like he overthought the game a little bit too much. Like his first year coming in, trying not to mess up. So now, like, just seeing, like, he just going out playing ball, even if, like, because, I mean, like, we all mess up at the end of the day. Like, nobody's perfect. But, like, even though he do mess up, it's just like, all right, yes, sir, play ball, like, next game, like, next play. And he's playing fast still the next play. So I just say, like, his improvement, like, that was nice to look at. Like, seeing him out here going to make tackles because he wasn't always that guy either. So, like, seeing he come up making big hits and stuff like that, doing his job, choking people out, playing versus press. Like that was nice to watch.
You talk about the two sort of opposite ends of the spectrum with Josiah and the coachability, Gentry. It's sort of the, I don't know, roboticness of him when he first arrived. Where were you on that scale when you got to Louisville?
I would say when I got to Louisville, I feel like I was just like, I was like very raw, if that makes sense. Like I was like, yes, I was very like technical because like I was training and stuff. Like I was training in high school until like until I graduated college. But I feel like I was very raw. So going in like, and I was also the same way as Gentry. Like I wasn't like a straight full blown like hitter. Like I wasn't none of that. I was gonna break down and come and like tackle you. So like P5, I would say like Big 12 football playing in Oklahoma definitely like showed me like this is what the league is about. Like this is what the league is about. Like so I just say like I was very raw. Like I was too raw to understand like what technique was. I was just out there just playing ball. So like now I'm coming to Oklahoma and I made that transfer to Oklahoma. It actually teaching me the game. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing that? Why am I doing this on 3rd and 2 or 3rd and 1? So like that's growth, honestly. That's growth.
You've come in here and you've seen a lot, even though it's just the second year. But I'm curious, like from last year, you talked about back in the summer not wanting to be that team. What people talk about culture all the time. Can you see, looking back at it now, how much that, whether it's culture, chemistry, togetherness, how much that's changed in a year and a half?
Excuse me. But no, yeah, definitely. I'd say like our chemistry kind of changed our culture. So like once we all clicked and like everybody's like, and not even just on the field, like off the field as well. So like I think we had a trip. I think we had like honestly I can't even remember where it's called, but it was
one out to the lake.
Yeah, that one. So like we had that. Like I feel like that also brought us together. That brought us together like as a bond, like as a real family. Like knowing what other people be going through, know where other people come from and stuff like that. So now it's like we're talking to our teammates on the field, and now it's just boom, 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 boom. So like I feel like our culture really like changed like when like our chemistry like became like very tight. I feel like our chemistry last year was tight, but it wasn't as tight as this.
We talked to Jaden Gibson earlier this year, and he talked about the struggles he'd gone through, the maturity he had to make, and he said Brent was a big part of that. Is Brent kind of take a special role with all you guys that maybe aren't doing what you want to do to keep you engaged, maybe if not on the field, but keep you engaged off it?
I wouldn't even say Coach Venables plays a specific role. He plays every role. Like literally, like whatever you need it to be, like he got it. Like so yeah, I definitely like say like he plays like a huge role in like what we do and keep us like humble. Cause I mean we do got kids like we like Jaden Gibson and like myself, like I'm from Atlanta, like I'm all the way, from home, and I'm 13 hours away if I go try to drive back home. Like so like he definitely like I feel like he pours like a lot of tea into us, like for the people that are far away from home and can't go back and see home. Like he helps us like see like this is what we're working for. Like going home isn't that much important when you right here, like be where your feet are. That's what he always says, like, and that's what he always emphasizes, like be where your feet are, be present in the moment. So like that helps us out. And I say like that personally helps me out when like I be down and stuff like that and I miss home, but it's like, ooh, your family's straight. Like just be in the moment, So I feel like that plays a role. I feel like he plays a big role in like what we do.
When you talk about the technique and sort of realizing, this is what I have to do for a certain type of play, when did that sort of start clicking? And on the flip side of that, how did Coach Venables sort of help you with that?
I would say like that began to click like mid last year. I would say that because like he was kind of just like come on, like pick your stuff up, like let's go. So like and honestly like it don't take nothing to ask. So like once I kind of like begin to ask like my first couple questions of Coach, why am I doing this on this, or why am I doing this on this? Because you usually expect this and this on this play or on this down and distance. So like I feel like that began to click like last year, but it didn't like really like register to like I would say like fall camp. Like
knowing all that, what were the conversations between you and the other cornerbacks? After that game going. Holding a shutout. I mean, what were that conversation between you and the other cornerbacks out there?
SMU throw the ball. That was that. Like, nah, all jokes aside though. But I just say like our room, it was just like great day, like just great day overall. Like it didn't matter who we put in, like we knew our jobs. We was making plays. Like everybody had tackles on the field from our first guy to our last guy, and we wouldn't even really go by depth charts, honestly. So I would just say like it was a great day for us overall. Like I say like our corners group had a great day, and I say like it started off with Woody making the first play.